Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Entrepreneur Investor Connection. Today, I'm going to be talking about a special project that just launched, and I haven't even checked myself, but I bet you it's already either the whitelist is sold out or the whole thing is sold out. We'll see. All right, so it's called Invisible Friends. I'm going to share my screen and show you guys right now. But basically, I wanted to show you guys a live project that's supposed to be probably going to go pretty high. And the reason why I believe that is because, as I said in my last video, all the cool kids are talking about this project. So basically, the animation is really cool. The artwork is awesome. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen. And yeah, so basically Invisible Friends is launching. The mint price is 0.25 Ethereum. So let me pull it up. And Twitter. All right, so Twitter. I'll share my screen. Yeah, so basically when projects like this launch, right, the beginning is pretty crazy because a lot of people use bots, right? And the bots, what they end up doing is they buy up the entire NFT, all of them, right? So most people can't get in. But what I'm going to do is, all right, let's look up Invisible Friends. All right, this is the one. So it's a really cool animation. Oh, so it's 0.15 actually. Is the right account? Backup account. All right, see, this is a fake account. So I'm glad I did this because there's real accounts and there's fake accounts. So if you press this link, you see how it says invisiblefriends.tv? This is probably a fake link. And what they can do is they have you mint on a fake contract and they steal your money and possibly more stuff out of your wallet. So I'm glad I did that because it is not this. It's visible. But this is where it gets a little bit. Yeah, okay, this is the right one. Okay, so 0.25 Ethereum. You see, the other one said 0.15. So 0.25 Ethereum. Oops, no, wrong one. Go. 0.25 Ethereum is about, let's find out. I think it's like $600, something like that. 0.25, 650. That's a lot, right? So that's per NFT. So if you on the whitelist right now, so let's go to the website and see how many were minted. So 0 have been minted. So February 23rd. What time is this supposed to mint though? 5 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so it hasn't even launched yet. So what's going to happen is once they launch, they're going to allow a whitelist number of a certain amount of people, meaning they gave people 24 heads up, 24-hour. Oh wait, so this is the pre-mint is today or something. Something was today. Let me look on the. So this is what you got to do, right? You got to look on the Discord. So I'm gonna go to the Discord, pull it up. Actually, let's do it right here. Discord. Okay, here it is. Okay, so it says 0.25, February 23rd. I thought it was in pre-mint. Maybe I'm wrong. All right, I thought it was today. say I'm wrong, but still doesn't change the strategy. I'm a day early, but the idea is still. The idea is we're probably not going to be able to buy one of these straight up. Like the bots and stuff like that, they just buy up the whole amount, and then you can't get in. Eric, what's up? Jose, what's up? So if you're from the Meta Bronx team, give me the Bronx symbol. We got a bunch of Meta Bronx students on the not only students, apprentices on the checking in with us because we are training them on financial freedom and technology. So NFTs, man, I'm gonna give you some things that have been happening. So this weekend there was a big NFT hack. They stole like $200 million. So what happened? I think people are still figuring it out, but what I've heard is there was an email sent out that looked like OpenSea sent it. So when you open this email, you thought OpenSea was telling you to click this link. And when you click that link, it took you to another website where when you minted, they got access. When you clicked it, they got access to your MetaMask and made you press a button. And when you press this button, you basically gave them access to your wallet. And really smart people with big wallets got caught in this. And they lost about $200 million of NFTs. So the NFT space was reeling this weekend. And everybody, is it worth it? Is it worth still doing this stuff? Because, it's so new. People get scared off when stuff like that happens. But this is where you have to start to be an educated investor, right? You have to start understanding how to secure your assets. You have to secure your knowledge of how this whole industry works, and you can't just be clicking links. So if you saw when I went, the reason why I knew that other page was fake, here, I'm going to show you why. Two things I saw that immediately made me know that they were fake. Visible Friends B. One is said B, Invisible Friends B. It said invisiblefriends.tv. I knew that wasn't the link because I looked before. Said main account is Invisible Friends. That could be a lie, but I would not click this link, not even as a joke, because, and even this Discord is probably a fake Discord. They go really all out because you make millions of dollars. Think about this. There's 5,000 of these. And here, again, they said it's 0.15 ETH. And then if you saw on the real Discord, it was 0.25. So let's say they tricked 5,000 people into giving them 0.15 ETH. Watch this. 0.15 times 5,000. That's 750 Ethereum. 750 Ethereum is almost $2 million. That is nuts. That's pretty crazy. And there will be people that fall for this. There will be. It sucks, but they will. And that's where, this NFT space is pretty new and scary because of that. And look, they let you mint up to 5 on this one. Man, this is so bad. Like, look, people are liking it. Yeah, so this is where, my strategy today, when I thought it was today, is I'm going to try. So as you saw, the mint price is 0.25. So I know, just like most people who are trying to make money in the space, they are quick flippers. Hey, Henry. Hey, Sonia Sanchez. They just want to make a quick flip. A lot of people just want to make a quick flip. So if they bought it for 0.25, I'm going to do something where on Looks Rare, this is only available on Looks Rare. You can go and let's go to a project that exists right now. Let's just see one of the popular projects. So let's say I was going to buy one of these. Let's just say you can go and you can put a bid on all of them. You could say, if anybody's willing to take this much money, I'm willing to give it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in once they mint, and I'm going to offer double, triple, and quadruple that price, trying to get at least one, right? And then if I get one or two, my plan is to sell one, because the hype is going to, it's like everything else. There's a hype cycle with the invisible friends, just like a coin. There's a time where everybody's hyped up about it, so more people are buying it, and it raises the price up. And I can show you that on OpenSea. Actually, you can actually see on all projects this happens. So let's go to stats activity. Let's go to activity. All right. So look, if you look, you can see what's happening right now. Hidden cyber frogs. A lot of people are buying that. So I would look and be like, why are people buying this? So I'm going to go in. I'm going to see what this project is. It looks like it's minting right now. And a lot of people are buying it. Cyberfrog is a community-driven project for NFTs, DeFi, Web3 enthusiasts with the absence of a roadmap and expectations. Awesome. So basically they're saying just buy it and trust us. I don't know. This is where you got to know the cool kids and see who, and this is where, all right, we're going to see who this person is connected to or follows him or her. So right now, not that many people follow this. So I don't trust it. And it's already pretty high. Think about what I said. The Invisible Friends is the same thing. And Invisible Friends, the reason why, let's go to Invisible Friends Twitter. Watch this. 138 of the cool kids, because I follow all the cool kid NFT enthusiasts. 138 of them follow this project versus none on the other project. I really think this is going to go crazy. So what I'm going to do, as you said, is I'm going to try to hope somebody's willing to sell me one for 4x, because I don't think I'm going to get, I think he's going to sell out in like a second, 2 seconds, some crazy thing like that. And there's what's called a gas war. A gas war is when everybody's trying to buy at the same time, the gas fee gets more and more expensive. So if the NFT is 0.25, the gas fee itself could be another $200-$300. So if I just showed you that it was $650, you can end up paying $1,000 with gas fee included for this one NFT. So instead of doing that, I'm just going to wait it out based on what I know ends up happening. So let's see another project that is, all right, CyberCons VX. I'll show you this one. This one right now, there's someone offered for 2 Ethereum. We go to the main project. Let's look at the activity. And then that's the last 90 days, but let's go all time. So you see it all time, right? When it first started, it jumped up and then it comes down. Then it comes down, and then it comes back up if it's a good project. Eventually, the good projects, they'll hype, they'll come back down. Almost all of them do it. I'll show you. And then something starts bringing them back up, back up, back up. And that's how you know it's a project that's probably going to stick around. So this is why in my strategy, hopefully I can get a few and then I'll sell one when it's high. And if it comes back down, maybe I'll take that money and buy one back, but at least I'll get my investment back. That's the idea, right? I haven't sold not one NFT yet. I bought a bunch and I haven't sold not one. I got to do like an analysis on how many I feel like I definitely did good on, like made money, even if I haven't sold it, because this is another big thing. I spoke about this last time. You don't really make money on an NFT till you sell it. So if you have an NFT right now, and I'll give you an example of one that I just bought right before at the end of the year. It was 0.59. I'll show it to you. It was 0.59 when I bought it. I bought a medium building here. medium buildings. If you go to buy now, it'll show you the cheapest price one that you can buy right now. So it's 4 Ethereum. So I bought it for 0.59 Ethereum, right? So if you go 0.59 times, let's say 5. Nope. All right. So actually 0.59 times 8. Nope, too much. 0.59 times 7. Closer. All right, so let's just say 6 times. So I'm already up 6x. So that means like I'm already up 6 times the money I put in. The problem is I have to hope somebody's willing to buy it for 4 Ethereum. And then I have to literally go through that process and they actually buy it from me. So that doesn't mean that I have $10,000 right now. I don't. It's the value is worth that, but I don't have it. So what happens with NFTs is you'll buy a bunch, then it gets pretty addicting, and you see the values going up and up and up and down, up, down, but you don't really have that money unless you sell one. What I think is going to end up happening over time, it's not happening right now, probably won't happen for a few years, is they're going to treat these assets the same way they treat art. Right now, if you had a $1 million art collection, a bank will lend you money against that art collection. Doesn't matter if you can't find somebody right this second to buy that $1 million painting. The art is verified as being that valuable, and they're willing to give you a loan off of your art collection. And if you don't pay the loan, they take your art collection, right? So that's why they do it, because they know you have an asset that can pay them back the loan. I do believe this is going to happen with NFTs, especially good projects like this. That's one reason. The second reason is this is land in a metaverse. And I don't know if I should show you right now, but I guess let me show you the website. That you're going to be able to do multiple things in. You're going to be able to play games that earn money. So that's another way I can make money with this NFT. There's companies making their office spaces in this metaverse because they believe it's going to be so popular that there's going to be a lot of people walking around, and it's like a billboard. And if you look on my NFT, there's literally a billboard. That's why I bought this one. It had a billboard on it, so I could put an ad of something, or people can pay me to put an ad on my building. So another revenue stream, right? So this is how I think about it. I think, okay, I'll hold it. Hopefully it grows value. But while it's growing value, what could I do with it to actually use some of that value? So I just gave you a few with this. But when you go to something like Invisible Friends, it's not going to be that. I don't really see a value that I'm going to be able to make. The reason why I want this one, there's multiple. One, like I said, all the cool kids are following it, and I think it is going to go pretty nuts. I could be very wrong, though. The second thing is they are part of this collective called Random Characters. This is an animation collective. And if you know my background, I went to school for animation, for 3D animation, actually, which these also plan on doing. And I'll show you. They plan on taking these 2D versions and making they make 3D versions of them. Let me see if I find it. Of course, when I'm looking for it, I can't find it. But they're going to make 3D versions of these too. Oh, yeah, here it is. Look at that. So, and I believe they're going to give you the files so you can play around with them. That is cool, right? So, especially for me, I haven't played around in 3D for a long time, but I look forward to clicking around with these. So, for me, it's kind of like getting into an animation community, which, again, I told you about getting in the Metaverse Builders community, and that one worked out. I do believe this is going to be valuable. I really do. So my hope is I'm going to be willing to go up to 4, maybe 6 times the mint price. I'll probably be willing to pay 1 to 1.5 Ethereum for one of them. The reason is I probably will sell it fast, unless it's a really good one. If it's a really good one, high level, high rarity, that's another thing. So there's this thing called Rarity Tools, where you can tell how valuable your, or not valuable, but how rare your NFT is. So I'll take you to some of the popular projects, and you can see. All right, so Bored Ape is one of the most popular projects, right? So you can see this is the most rare Bored Ape. Oh my God, I wonder what this is worth. The number one, that's number one rare. This is the second most rare, third most rare. So if you look and you have one of these, you can literally put the number you have and see what level. So collectors do that, and they say, "Oh, I want a more rare version." So if I'm lucky enough to get somebody to give me theirs for 2 to 6 times the mint price, meaning that person minted it and made 6x instantly. There's a lot of people that are willing to do that. They're not in it for the long haul. So if I can get someone to do that, I'll be the sucker paying the 6x. But I do believe it will go much higher than even that. Look at Bored Apes. I made this mistake before. Bored Apes, when I saw it, it was 0.8. It had probably 4 or 5x from the mint. And I just didn't like the art, though. I didn't like the art. I wish I would have liked the art more. But I like the Invisible Friends art. So I'm willing to take the risk on that one. Hey, Diane. So, yeah, I mean, basically what I'm planning on doing is, like I said, I want to give a entire collection bid. I'm going to bid probably 0.5 ETH, 0.75 ETH, 1 ETH, 1.25 ETH, and 1.5 ETH. And I'm going to see if somebody accepts. And if they accept, I'm going to really, this is where it gets tough, right? Because I've said this before. I've said this before, and then I didn't do it. I'm pretty sure I never do it with the land, because I see the land as being something that in years, if this works out and this property, this metaverse becomes popular, there's going to be many ways I can make my money back, because I paid like 0.59 Ethereum. Let's see what 0.59 is not right now. $1,500. So that's not nothing, but it's not $10,000, right? So I kind of figured, again, why? Let me show you. Let's go to the Twitter of the World Wide Web. All right, let's see how many people following this one. 100 of the cool kids again. So remember, I just showed you 132 on Invisible Friends, 100 on World Wide Web, and this is probably one of the most popular projects out already, and it's already out. They're doing all kind of crazy stuff, and this one has less cool kids on it than the other one. So that's why I really do believe the other one's gonna go crazy. I don't even think I might not even be able to get one, even for 1.5 ETH. You know, these things sometimes they come on, they're 4 or 5 ETH, and nobody wants to, you know. So what I'll do is I'll just put it out there. If somebody takes it, they take it. I don't know. I probably don't expect that anybody will take it, but we'll see. You never know. So this is where, you know, what's the overall strategy then? Versus going and trying to mint and paying in the gas war and probably not being able to anyway, I'm going to try to buy one off of someone. There are other things that I could have done, but it would have took a lot more time, right? Like you could go into the Discord and do things to be on the whitelist. Like right now, the first people are going to be able to mint are the whitelist holders. Usually what whitelist means is you're able to mint before the public. They're really talking about changing that name because whitelist is like the good list, right? Blacklist is the bad list. So there's been little conversations in the community where it's like that has racial overtones. So you know, I agree. So now they're changing it to like fam list and stuff like that. But right now, the whitelist is how you get in before everybody else. But to get on the whitelist, you either have to know somebody, and a lot of times even that they don't do it. You most of the time have to have a previous project by the people that are working on this one. So probably to get on the whitelist, you probably needed some more of the random characters projects like Slim Hoods, Mood Rollers. And let's look at Slim Hoods. Let's even see what's going on there. 5,000 again, sold out. Let's see what the minimum price is on these. 0.6. So what do they mint at? So this is what I normally do. I'll look around the site if there's a FAQ. So this is where this is not ordinary. Like I wouldn't normally tell you to buy a project like this. Why? One, there's no team. You can't really see who's behind this project. So they could take the money and run. But okay, here it is. Slim Hoods are designed by anime. Okay, so this is a person. Okay, there's one person that you can see. All right. So that's one. Let's see if there's anybody else. Okay, and smart contract and API. So this is probably like a two-man team. Not that bad. Let's see who this person is. But at least there is people that you can, I mean, you don't see their face, but you know they exist. They got pretty good followings. They tweet a lot. They're not like scammers, right? Like a scammer, most of the time what's happening right now is people are not showing themselves so they can run away with the money, right? And so I wouldn't recommend you buy an NFT that you can't see who's behind it. So okay, this is Moodverse. Let's see this project. Again, 5,000. Let's see what the minimums are right now. 0.38. Okay, so now let's see. Let's see if my theory remains the same. Okay, so let's see the pump and the drop if they have one. Well, maybe we're early in it. Look, yeah, because it's not even 2 months, right? So look, it went up, came down, right? So if you bought it here and you sell it around here, you could go back and buy some more right now for less. So I don't know if that's going to happen, but let's see. I'm going to show you the one that just was one of the most popular ever, actually. Azuki. These are like going nuts. 11 ETH. All right, but you see, like, all right, I already know that it came back down a little bit because when this first came out, people were going nuts. Oh, I guess it didn't. I thought the floor was much higher than this. Let's see. Look, 31 ETH, 19 ETH, 20 ETH, 18 ETH, 20 ETH. And now you can get one for 11 ETH, 12 ETH. That's a lot of money, though. That's a lot. Let's see what that is in dollars right now. So if you wanted to get one of these, and again, I'm going to go to the website of this project and see what makes it so special. $30,000. But I'm going to take you some projects where I saw them be as popular as this early on, and they didn't sustain versus Bored Ape. They just kept going up and up and up, and it's not normal. You can't expect them all to do that. So I'm going to give you one. Mechaverse. This was one of the ones where it was really hard to get in on Mint. They were going for like 20 Ethereum right out the gate. And now look, the minimum one is almost 1 ETH. But watch this. So look at that right there. But that's just 90 days. Look at this. It came out and it was crazy. It was like, look, the average was 8 Ethereum. And then it came all the way down. And then it had a little pump. And then it came all the way down. And now you can get one for 1 ETH. Right? Because this is the thing. NFTs, coins, all investing, stocks are the same thing. You can't get caught in the hype cycle. This is why Warren Buffett and people like that say, buy when the streets are red. Meaning, when it's all the prices are down, that's when you want to buy, not when it's green. And that's where most early investors get caught. They get caught up in the hype and the FOMO and like, oh my God, it's going to keep going up forever. So I better buy it right now because it's at 8 ETH and tomorrow is going to be 40 ETH. It's not how it works. It don't go up forever. Nothing ever goes up forever. So when you see it going up and you feel that FOMO, that's when you dial yourself back and say, you know what? I'll wait. I'll wait. And I'm gonna even show you Bored Apes. Let's see your Bored Apes. This one hurts because I literally saw this. I was there. I'm like, it's ugly. It's ugly. They're ugly. I still think they're ugly, but they're worth a lot of money now. All right, so 90 days. But you see, look at this. Nothing for months. Like I said, I saw it when I think like 0.8, and I was looking at them. The average here, 0.4 in May, which is almost now of last year. And then something happened. It went up a little bit, but it came down a little bit too. Then it went up a lot, came down again, up, look, up, down, up, down, up, down. And look, this is the same thing with crypto. I'm going to show you a crypto chart. So look at Bitcoin. Look, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. It never goes straight up. Never. I don't care what. You can look at stocks. Let's see what's a good stock. Let's look at IBM, one of the oldest companies in the world. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So if you understand that and understand when it's going up, not a good time to buy. Going down, good time to buy. How low it goes, that's a part where, nobody knows. How high it goes, nobody knows. So you got to kind of make a decision in your own mind of when are you willing to jump. How do you make an NFT? Good question. Amazing question, actually. I'll show you some ways. The easiest way is to go straight to the marketplaces. So for instance, OpenSea, you can go in here, connect your wallet. You definitely need a MetaMask wallet. I have a video on my channel on how to make a MetaMask wallet. I'll link to it. You make a MetaMask wallet. All this, you need a MetaMask wallet or a Coinbase wallet. And then you basically go through the process step by step, and they walk you through the process. Upload your image, write what you want, and then you can make an NFT. Actually, I'll show you one I created. Let's see. I got a few accounts. Let me see. Everyday NFT. Oh. All right, so I think they're one of my accounts. There it is. I got a lot of NFT. It's addicting. I'm not gonna lie, but it is. I do believe it is changing creativity. I think there's a huge opportunity for creatives. Okay, so I made this one. I actually I have a live where I made this live. I'm pretty sure it's this one. But look, I wrote in here. Look, Meta Bronx, mass ideation. There's links. I don't have it for sale. I really don't want to sell it, but I made this. Put up my image of my drawing. I took a picture. I took a picture of my drawing, my phone, and then I upload it. So that's the easiest. Looks rare. You can do the same thing. You connect your wallet. You upload. You create the wording. You do it. Looks rare is a better way to do it because Looks Rare actually rewards you with tokens for uploading to their site. OpenSea doesn't do that. Looks Rare also rewards you extra if somebody buys it, and they share in the revenue of the site. So if I were you, I would start with Looks Rare. The third way, this is all on the Ethereum blockchain. So there is one drawback to that, the Ethereum gas fee. The Ethereum gas fee could be pretty substantial. And I'm going to show you another way that you can make your own custom smart contract that goes outside of OpenSea and Looks Rare. It's called manifold.xyz. This one, you create your own smart contract using their template, but it works on all the websites, and it definitely gives you your resale percent, because that's the cool thing about an NFT. If you don't know, let's say I make a drawing today. Let's say I had that drawing and somebody says, hey, Miguel, I would like to buy it off you for $100. I give it to them. I die. One day I'm famous 100 years from now for something. And now that person sells that drawing for $1 million. My family doesn't get any of that $1 million. That person bought it off me for 100, sold it for $1 million. They made $1 million from 100. I made nothing. With NFTs, they buy it off me for 100, and in the smart contract, there's a percentage that I say every time that this sells, I want to make 10% of that sale forever. That is cool, right? So imagine that same scenario happens, like whatever, somebody buys it for $1 million. My family will get a check for not a check. The money will go directly into the MetaMask wallet that I leave to my family. $100,000 automatically. When that sale happens, automatically money goes into my wallet. That's the power of NFTs. What Manifold does is it makes a resale percent that works between all NFT websites. So right now, if you do it on OpenSea, OpenSea will only give you the resale percent if somebody else buys it on OpenSea. I believe the other sites do that too. I don't believe LooksRare does that. I don't know though. LooksRare is actually brand new. Like they came out in January. But with Manifold, it's like a standard that they're forcing everyone to use the same resale. Like, so no matter where it sells, you will get that 10%. That's why you want to use Manifold. But Manifold, to write the smart contract, it costs 0.05 Ethereum. So that cost is $130 right now to make one NFT. That's kind of expensive, right? Unless you believe you're going to sell it for a lot more than that. So there's more options though. This is all on the Ethereum blockchain I've been showing you. There's also the Solana blockchain. So on the Solana blockchain, there's a website called holoplex.com. This is an open source NFT marketplace that you can create for yourself. And actually, I'm already starting to play with it for myself because I want to start just putting up my drawings, right? So look, that's a cool NFT. Let's say I wanted to buy it. I will go to this guy's store, which is lowfronts.holoplex.com. And then you could get your own URL and hide that URL. But on Solana, the difference with Solana is the gas fee is less than a penny. So you can create a gallery like this, and each of these costs less than a penny to upload. So I would recommend, unless you know you have an audience that you know is going to come and pay more than $500 for your art, because if you're spending $130 on just the gas to upload it, that's a lot. I forgot something. OpenSea has something called lazy minting. So you see this right here? When I made this, I didn't pay any gas fee. I only pay the gas fee when somebody's willing to buy it. I think there is a small gas fee you pay, and then the main gas fee I pay before they buy or something like that. But and then after I do that, every future NFT I upload, I don't have to pay. So that's the benefit of OpenSea, right? The first time you pay, and then you don't pay anymore until somebody buys it. Then it writes to the blockchain. But then you're stuck in their ecosystem and you won't get resale percentage if somebody buys it somewhere else. So there's all kinds of pros and cons, right? And you got to weigh them. I personally think if you're starting out, I would start out with Holoplex. It's the cheapest, easiest thing I've seen so far to get started. You could do see, these are bids. You could do bids, you could do just buy now. You could do a few things on there. And the gas fee is very low. So it's a low gas fee for you to create it, and it's a low gas fee for somebody to buy it. So look, this person sold this piece of art for $800 and they paid like less than a penny to put it up there. So that versus if this person would have put it up for $130, they would have made $130 less. Plus the person who bought it would have to pay $880 plus the gas fee. So the person would have paid an extra 100, maybe $150. You would have paid an extra 100, $150. And so now you think about how much more that transaction is. There are benefits to Ethereum that Solana doesn't have. Ethereum is much more stable, much more proven. It's Solana just launched last year. Ethereum's like 5-6 years old. So, pros and cons. But again, I think I would start out with Solana, and I personally am. I'm not gonna start on NFTs on Ethereum. I'm gonna code my own smart contracts. Eventually, I will pay. I think I'm gonna do a mass ideation community NFT where I create like this investor community. That's my goal. So that probably will be on both. Actually, I think I'll make both. Like if you buy on one, you get the other. The reason why I want to do that on Ethereum is because you see all these metaverses, right? The metaverses, they're mostly built on Ethereum. So what ends up happening is you could do stuff in the metaverse where if they have your NFT, they have specific special access. So they could come into a room there could be land where nobody could come into it. Like it's like a force field. But if they have the NFT on Ethereum, they could walk right through and go in to the world that you've created. And Sanchez world, right? So my idea is maybe I create this environment where only people that have the NFT can come in, and there's things where we all can learn to make money. Because of course, when people buy NFTs, the goal is to remake the money they made, right? So you got to think about that even as an artist, right? If you're creating art, sure, people are gonna like it, and the reason they buy it is because they like the art. But most people are buying art because they think it's going to be worth more money later. It's just the truth. Whether they admit it or not, it's the truth. And that's where, NFTs give you this option to create more value opportunities. And, an investor club, a DAO, all these things are things that these NFTs do to give you more and more value. Airdrops, right? So I have an NFT that I bought it, and then every time they come up with a partnership, they just give me free NFTs. And if I want to, I could just sell those NFTs right away and make my money back. Or I could believe in the project and say, maybe in a year or two, these are going to be worth a lot more than they are right now. Let me not sell them, right? So that's another big thing. And I wonder what Invisible Friends is going to do, because they're going to get a lot of heat. So let me again show you some projects that I wanted to see. I showed you Mechaverse. What's another big project that went down a lot? Doodles. I don't think Doodles went down a lot, but let me see what's up with Doodles. This was the last project where I feel like it had this type of energy that was gonna come out. But look, the cheapest is 11 Ethereum now. And it's been holding steady at 11 at a high amount of Ethereum for a while. So let's look all time again. But look, again, when it launched, you could have bought them for cheap here. 1.5 ETH, 2 ETH is starting to come up. But now they're worth 20 ETH. Think about that. That's average. Right? And now the average is 13 ETH. But think about this. This is why I think NFTs are so important to understand. You have 1 ETH. Let's say you have 1 ETH on this day, or 1.5 ETH, and you bought one. October 17th, day after my son's birthday. October 17th to right now, 12 more Ethereum. In October, November, December, January, 4 months, 12 Ethereum, make $30,000 in 4 months on the right projects. Could go the opposite way though. That's why this is not financial advice. I'm going to try, because I haven't done it with one of these big projects that I really think. So I just keep seeing this pattern of early on, people will see, because 1.5 ETH, when that one minted, I'll show you what the price was. If they still have it on the website. Sometimes they take it off the website. But again, I was watching all of these, and I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. 1.5 ETH, you crazy? 12 ETH later, I'm like, that was dumb. Okay, so let's see if they have the main price. They took it off. They took it off. So I guess that's smart to do because you don't want to leave it there. People know, oh man, these things minted for 0.3 ETH, and now they're 12 ETH. And that's what happens, right? So let's say it was 0.3 ETH and the people were selling it for 1.5. They made 5x. So in all that time, they made, they made their money. And some people, they just want to make sure they make their money. So if right here, and that's not even right now, that's 90 days. So if right here you had it for one day, you make 5x your money. That's good. Making 5x of 0.3 ETH would have been like almost $1,000. 0.3, so $800, and you 5x that. 1.5 in 2 days. That's crazy. You make $3,000 in 2 days. Some people are going to do that all day, right? So that's where, but the reason why I'm thinking about it for this is because I could see this being a repeat of something like this. It may not go up for months, but eventually the project has enough things in the works that I already see, like the 3D. I really like the art. I like the community of animators. I'm an animator. It just has all the pieces for me. It has a way for right now, possibly to just flip it. I get into an animation community. I'm an animator. I could probably make money that way too, or find people to work with and create projects together. Yeah, and then these are gonna be probably one of the most popular profile pictures after this launches. Also, here's another thing. This is actually interesting too, because what happens is they'll launch and they won't show you which one you got yet. So I'm gonna show you one that's doing that right now. I think it's Galley. So there's one that just launched by some Galliverse. All right, this one. So this one is by some famous artists. They're 0.5 right now. I've been thinking about this one too, but I'm not as sure about this person's community as I am about. And I don't have the extra things I was talking about. Like if I buy this, I'm just hoping it goes up in value, and I don't want to play that game. So look, when it first came out, look, it was 0.7. People were buying them for, and look, it went down all the way to 0.5, went back up. This just came out. This came out in February 6th. So I don't know if this is going to go crazy like that other one. But here's why I'm bringing it up. Because right now, they're not even showing you which one you have yet. So they have this thing where they reveal what you got. So it's kind of like a gamification where you can get a rare one. So that's why people buy them right now, because it's like a lotto. If you buy the right one and you get a super rare one, this $800 is going to go a lot farther. If you get a common low quality one, it might go down in value. And that's the risk you take, right? Like, and look, people right now, the highest offer is 0.3. So somebody's offering this person 0.3, and this person might be like, you know what? I need the 800. I'm just going to take it. And this person buys it for 0.3, when right now the cheapest one is 0.5. So almost half price. So that's another thing. Now, I told you that's what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to go on LooksRare when this launches, and I'm going to put bids and see if people are willing to take them. But since it's going to be an early mint, I am going to be trying to get more. I'm going to be giving them more than they paid for, because I know that they paid I think it was 2.5. So I know if I give you 0.5, you doubled your money. If I give you 0.75, you tripled your money. If I give you 1 ETH, you quadrupled your money, some people might be willing to do that. Because think about that. If you had 0.25 Ethereum and then in a day you have a full Ethereum, if you believe in Ethereum more than you believe in NFTs, which you should, most NFTs are not going to do better than Ethereum. So that's another thing. I said it before. I say it a lot of times. I do not buy these NFTs with my money. I borrow off of my cryptocurrency and my cash savings in that are in the crypto space to buy the NFTs. And then I pay myself that loan back over time. And that is a huge thing I learned. And I highly suggest you all learn it, because you will spend all of your Ethereum and all these NFTs could end up going down to nothing. And you lost your Ethereum and you lost the value of your NFTs. At least with my system, you just got a loan to pay yourself back, but you still have your overall Ethereum and Bitcoin and stuff. And that's why that's my strategy. I do not spend the Ethereum straight. If I'm buying Ethereum, I borrow off of it to buy these NFTs, and then I pay my loan off over time. It's not even a monthly payment. You can pay it as slow as you want. So why not do it? Let's see if there's any questions. Omar, what's up? Any questions from any of you? Because I do believe this NFT space is where most people are interested. It just connects to something in humans about collecting that I don't think coins does. Coins intimidates most people because it's like, oh, finance. I'm not a finance person. I'm not into stocks. I'm not a financial advisor. Hey Eric, I'm a regular person. That's your kind of thing. But I wasn't either. What's up, Flossie Casey? What's up? Any questions about these NFTs? Because I'm basically talking about the Invisible Friends. This is the fake account. If you see this, Invisible Friends B, that's the fake account. Do not press that link. You could really get robbed. This is the real account. 490,000 followers with the IO, with the person who built it right there. You see it, a guy who tells life story. So this is this is the 3D. Look at how cool that is. That's awesome. One thing that I don't see here, because they don't have much information, I really would like to know is, what are your rights with this NFT? Don't know. Like, can you use it for anything, or do you have limits? That's a big thing in the NFT space, and that's why the Bored Apes are so much more valuable, because the Bored Apes, you can do anything you want with them. You can make them your bar. There's a person making their Bored Ape the logo to their bar, and just because of that person's company's going to look more successful because the logo is worth $1 million. And again, I don't know if these are going to ever be worth that. They probably won't. Odds are they won't, because that's a 1 in hundreds of thousands of chance. But again, I have multiple. My strategy is I got to have multiple reasons why I would buy this. If I get stuck with it, is there a way to make money on it? Is it put me in a community that I can make money in? Do I like the art at least? Can I do other stuff with it? Right? Can I put it on t-shirts? Right? So those are many different options to make my money back, right? If I wanted to, if I really felt like I needed to do something to get that money back, the more options, the better. I don't know. I don't know if this was going to have that. And I now seeing that they got 400,000 people, I may need to pay $2 for one of them. And that I got to really start thinking about. Do I really believe in it that much? Don't know. How'd you live? So any questions from any of you? So just to recap my strategy while you guys think about your questions, I'm going to wait for it to mint. I'm not going to try to mint at the time that it mints. I just do not see a way that I'm going to be able to out bid these bots. I'll get these bots. And then the gas fee on top is going to go crazy. So the reason why I also like Looks Rare is because Looks Rare, you buy them in what's called WETH. WETH is wrapped Ethereum. Technical, but what it means is they treat the Ethereum like a token. So the gas fee to interact with it is cheaper. So not only am I gonna, be able to bid on all of them and say anybody willing to take 0.5, 0.75, 1, 0.5, I'll buy it off of you. But I'm also going to pay less gas fee to do that. They're going to pay less gas fee, and we'll both get tokens for doing it on LooksRare. So that's a lot of good things, right? So that's why I'm going to do it on LooksRare. And I got to really decide how high I'm willing to go. And I really would like to try to get multiple because I would like to be able to sell one and just stay with one. But that's going to be very, very variable based on if these things are 1 ETH each. I don't know if I'm going to buy two. If I could get two for 0.5, I'll do that. But I don't think that's going to happen. This one is way too popular. Because look at this. They have 500 followers, right? I showed you. Look at what Azuki has. You only have 200,000 followers, Azuki. So this has double the following already. And this one already launched. This one's been out for like since January. Since January 11th. So a little bit over a month. And they only have 200,000 followers. This one is not even out. And they have more followers. They have double the followers that Azuki does. Yeah, this is I'll have to make a decision. I'm gonna see. We'll see where I end up, and I'll let you guys know. But I do believe me thinking through this stuff and explaining it definitely helps you. You have any NFTs on the Near protocol? No, I don't. I don't venture out too much into the different blockchains. I do own the coins from a bunch of different blockchains, but I haven't done the NFTs. Partly because I can the coins are more liquid, right? If I feel like I need to sell them, I can. With the NFTs, if I don't believe there's going to be an audience there to buy it, I'm a little weary. Like I've looked at Avalanche. I have some Polygon ones. I do have Polygon ones. But that's because there was games on Polygon. There's a lot of games coming out on Polygon. Oh, so here's another big problem. Right now, Polygon's stopping me from being able to borrow off of one of my banks, the bank where I would like to pull the money from. So now it's going to put me in a position where if that is not fixed by tomorrow, I might need to borrow from a different bank of mine because I got a bunch of different wallets, different banks, but I'll be at more risk there because the more you borrow close to your collateral, the more risky you are losing some money because they're gonna if the market goes down, which you might be in a war any moment, the market will go down. I could lose a substantial amount of my cryptocurrency because I'm borrowing against, and the collateral comes down and they take some of my crypto, which has happened to me in the past. So I don't want that to happen. What qualities do you look for before investing? Good question. I just said a few of them, but I'll re-say them. I look for multiple ways that I can possibly make money with this investment. So with Invisible Friends, I told you guys, one, this puts you into an animation community called Random Characters. To me, I'm an animator. I grew up animating. I went to school for animation. I worked in animation. It's one of my favorite things to do. And probably as an artist, I will do NFT animations. So putting me in that community is one way. Two, I do believe the value of it will grow. Three, I try to like the art. Now I'm a little less on that, but I with this one I really like the art. What was the other one? So I would like to be able to if I got stuck with it, I would have to like it, right? Like stuck meaning it goes to zero. But I like it anyway. I like the way it looks. Another thing is, can I do other things with it? Do I have the IP rights, intellectual property rights? I don't know if that's the case with this one. I kind of doubt it, but again, it has such a big following that I can't see the value of it going to zero. It could go down, like if I pay 1 Ethereum for one and then it goes down to 0.5, I still could at least sell it for 0.5. I don't lose all my money. I lose 0.5 Ethereum, but I really don't see that happening. So my goal is to get one of these. I don't know how high I'm willing to go. I don't think it's going to be multiple ETH. I think 2 ETH will probably be my limit. But here's one that I did that on, and I highly regret it because I was watching it as it happened. Friends. These were 2 Ethereum, and I was watching them, and I could have bought one. And I was like, I'm not paying 2 Ethereum. That's crazy. And look, now, cheapest one is 14 Ethereum. And that's $30,000 more. Because I remember it being $6,000. I remember it being like $6,000. I'm like, I'm not paying $6,000 for that drawing. Why? I didn't like the art. I believe in Gary V. That's another thing that I do look for. I look for the team and the people. Do I believe those people? Because think about it. This thing has to live for a long time. So if the people are not, people that you think are going to survive business or do cool stuff going forward, but Gary V, I do believe he would. And then there was a conference and all that. But I just felt like at that time, that was very early in my NFT buying career. Let's see actually how early. It was, I think, around this time last year too. May, February, March, April, May. So a little bit further out. But look, 0.5. You could have bought one for 0.5. So what happened was they launched, and the minting, they had this minting process where you would buy them, but then I guess people were selling them. I'm not sure. But look, 0.5, and then look, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Right? So look, right here, the average was 21 ETH. And then it came down to half, like in days. So this is why I hope I can get multiple ones. But if I get one and it's not the greatest thing ever, I might sell it when I see it going really high. But again, I told you right now, I'm going to show you 2 that I did see go high and I didn't sell. But there's, again, why. I'm going to explain why. Rug Radio. I got this one for $350. Now the cheapest one is $1,200. So that's a 4x. Not bad. 4x. But if I show you the activity, at this point here, they were worth like $4,500. And I was thinking, man, I should sell this. I should sell it right now. It's worth a lot. But again, you do, it's different than coins because there's so few of them. You do think different, right? There's millions of coins. There's only 10,000 of these, 20,000 of these. So I was like, what if I can't get another one? I don't want to do that. Hindsight, I could have bought 4 of them. Right? So I may do that this time. I don't know. This is a big one to try that with because these could go to 12 Ethereum pretty easily. But again, like I said, Mechaverse went way past that. I remember seeing Mechaverse ones that were crazy. And now look, you get one for 1 ETH, which was what I was willing to pay for it, right? For this new one. So look, when it was at its height, which was a few days after it launched, it was at its height up here at average of 8. But if you go through the activities, there were ones being sold for a lot of money. Actually, and you know how we could look? We could look through the history of the sales. Watch this. Okay, so this person minted it and never sold it. They sold it for 0.1. So they paid whatever the mint price was, which I don't know. It probably definitely was less than that. But let's find one that has some sales. 5 ETH. All right, so right now this one, look at that. So they minted it. They sold it to somebody for 4 ETH. That person sold it to somebody for 6 ETH. That person lost 0.2 ETH. Then this person lost 0.8 ETH. And now they're putting it for sale for 5. So you see, if you would have been this person and you sold it for 4 ETH, that's not a little bit of money. Look at how much money that is. It'd be $10,000. And now you could have came back and bought one for 1 ETH, $2,600. So this is my strategy. From now on, I'm going to treat NFTs the same way I treat coins. I'm going to try. I'll keep you posted on if I could do it. Because like I did say, you got to understand how your inner workings work when it comes to stuff like this, right? Because if you put because I remember with the land, I said this story before. I had the land went to $50,000 from 6, and I was like, I want to sell this. It's like a lot of money from $6,000. I couldn't sell it. I was like, I'm not selling it, and I'm still not selling it. And now it's worth like $30,000. So that's $20,000, right? That's a big amount. How much money should a beginner begin with? That's a good question. So this is where I don't think you should think about, like, try to think, how much am I willing to lose? And then if it's under $1,000, I will tell you, go to Solana. I really think the Solana blockchain is going to blow up because of the gas fee. I think most people are going to start buying stuff there. Right now, it's still very heavy Ethereum, but a lot of these people bought Ethereum early. So they have a bunch of Ethereum, so the gas fee is nothing to them, including me. If I was starting right now, I'm not sure I would pay these numbers. But I was buying Ethereum when it was $80, and now it's $2,600, and it was $4,000 at one point. So it's very different. It's different for me. Like, it's harder to say. If I was starting today, I don't think I would be on the Ethereum blockchain. I don't know. I don't think so. Again, you have to learn, right? So me, I spent the whole year learning on the Ethereum blockchain. But again, I had Ethereum from earlier. So it's not like even when I was not going to spend that 2 Ethereum on Gary V, I had bought that Ethereum for a lot less than it was even there. But I really thought Ethereum was going to go to $10,000 a coin last year. So I was like, I'm going to give him $20,000? I'm not going to do that, right? Because that's how I was thinking, but it never hit 20,000. It hit like 4,000. Still, $8,000, right, for an NFT. But now if you look, those things are worth $36,000. So this is, again, I had to learn. I had to see it. I had to see how I felt in the middle of it, which is a big deal. When you are dealing with money, there's some people who can't handle it. I know people that the ups and downs of this, it kills them. And I'm like, maybe just jump out of this. Just get out of this, because you're going to die because you can't handle the ups and downs. Even though you know that they're coming, you still don't know how to react to it well. That's not worth it. Your mental well-being is worth more than money, basically. So if you are not able to handle the ups and downs, pick a safer investment. Stocks, real estate. Stocks go up and down too. Stocks go down, just not as bad as this. Real estate is the safest. It grows very slowly, doesn't go up and down like that. You can get residual income, but it's also one of the hardest to get into. You have to have down payment. You have to have big amounts of money, right? So there's pros and cons to all investments. You could get lucky on one of these and really turn your life around. Literally, these people that bought the Bored Apes, there's a lot of them. They talk about their story. They were not rich people. They had some Ethereum. They put it into Bored Apes, and now they're millionaires because of the value of this thing. When I say millionaires, I do know someone that has 2 Bored Apes, but can't pay his bills. Think about that, right? So he has these 2 things that are worth $1 million, and he's like, I gotta sell one. And And I'm like, oh man, I would not sell that. Like, I don't know how, figure out another way to make money, but I wouldn't sell that. I don't know. But again, I could be wrong. You can sell it now and then it comes down and then you can buy more. I don't know. So it becomes a tough situation when it goes up so high. It's really hard to sell on the way up. It's really hard. But you gotta do it. And I'm gonna talk myself into doing it too with NFTs. I do it with coins now. I'm perfectly fine with doing it with coins. NFTs, I'm still a little bit gun shy. And this year, I'm gonna stop that. I'm gonna make sure I am okay with selling on the way up on the NFTs and just see what happens. So last year I told myself when I got into crypto, I said, I don't care how much money I lose. I just want to learn it from end to end. And I did, and I did well. This year I'm saying I want to do the same for NFTs. I want to build NFTs. I want to buy and sell NFTs. Again, I bought NFTs all last year. I haven't sold not one. So now, this year, also, when am I most likely going to sell? I'm going to sell when the Coinbase NFT marketplace goes live. I believe that's going to be the peak of NFT sales, and I'm going to put most of my NFTs for sale for a lot more than I paid for them. 20, 30 times more. If I get it, I get it. But I do believe it's going to go up and then down because, sad to say, but if you're watching this, you probably won't fall for this. There's the Coinbase effect. And I'm going to show you what happened last time Coinbase launched something big. Let me find it. So there was something where, I forget what it was the ETF. It was the Coinbase ETF. I'm trying to find it for you. Hold up. Okay. Okay, so here it is. Let me share. Oops. Share screen. All right, so you look at this chart right here. This right here, this is the height of Bitcoin. This happened during a Coinbase. I think what happened was Coinbase IPO'd. That's what happened. Coinbase went to the public stock market and crypto went high because of it. So the height of the Bitcoin price was because Coinbase went to the public stock market. So everybody from the public stock market world came to Coinbase and they bought Bitcoin. So there's the Coinbase effect. And I believe when Coinbase comes into the NFT space, which will pretty much 3 to 4 times the amount of people in the NFT buying abilities. So right now they say about 1 million people buy NFTs in the whole world, and probably a lot less than that because most of us have multiple wallets. When Coinbase goes live, they're going to bring 4-5 million people that are going to be able to buy NFTs. So my strategy is those people, they be willing to buy my NFTs for more money than I paid. And that's what I'm going to see. And if they don't buy it, they don't buy it. If they do buy it, they do buy it. So that's my strategy for NFTs. But I do believe I'm going to try to get one of these invisible friends. Wish me luck. Hopefully anybody watching that's trying to get it too, good luck to you as well. And let's go. Any questions, go join the Discord community at massideation.community. We are all helping each other win in this crypto and NFT space. Hopefully you join us, and look forward to going live again soon. I'm not sure when, but thank you for coming, and hopefully this was helpful to you. Have a good rest of your